हॅलो फ्रेंड्स, हाऊ आर यू? मजेत ना? असायलाच पाहिजे. माय सेल्फ मिस्टर नरेंद्र जंगले. वेलकम स्टुडंट्स. टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी SSC Standard 9th Maths Part 1 6th chapter Financial Planning. In this chapter, two parts are there. First part we studied, that is saving and investment, and second part is income tax. So there are different taxes in our country. So why these taxes are essential? Why government take that taxes from the individual or citizens? So let us see in detail about income tax and how to calculate the income tax. So here the income tax rules which are given in your textbook. We have to use that rules only, because income tax rules changes every year. One budget is there in February, 1st February, now 1st February there is a budget. In that budget, the taxes or rate of the income tax are fixed for the next financial year. Financial year means the financial year is starting from 1st April to 31st March. That is called financial year. Our calendar year is 1st January to 31st December. That is calendar year. Academic year 15th June to 1st May, that is academic year. And here financial year is 1st April to 31st March, that is called financial year. And assessment year is the next year of that one, that is called assessment year. So let us study about that income tax. So friends, government's plans for the development of the country. There are so many plans for the development of the country, for example for roads and other services to the citizens. And for that development, to provide the services, so what is the work of that government? To provide the services to the citizens, so to fulfill the needs of the citizens, basic needs. So for that things a large fund is required, and government raise this fund by collecting different types of taxes from the public, and then that fund or that taxes collected from the citizens, from the public, is used for that development of the country. So where it is used, कहाँ पे ये टैक्सेस जो कलेक्ट होता है वो यूज़ करते हैं? हम लोगों के लिए डैम्स, इलेक्ट्रिसिटी, रोड्स, अदर जो कुछ इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर हम लोग को लगता है या कुछ सर्विसेज लगती है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अभी ये कोविड-19 आया, फॉर द ट्रीटमेंट ऑफ दैट, फॉर ऑल द फैसिलिटीज दैट आर प्रोवाइडेड बाय गवर्नमेंट. सो फॉर ऑल दिस थिंग्स द लार्ज अमाउंट इज रिक्वायर्ड, एंड दैट अमाउंट इज कलेक्टेड in the form of taxes. So that taxes are used, where these are used? First one, provision of the infrastructure, यानी road, bridge, to construct that bridge, dams, that is called infrastructure. Basic amenities, to provide the basic amenities. Which are the basic amenities? Health, education, shelters, etc. Implementing various welfare schemes. So many schemes are there in our India to run that schemes. Kisan Yojana, Rajiv Gandhi Yojana, all are the schemes. So to run that schemes, that money used, that amount is used. Implementing scheme of development and research in various field. For example, now for COVID, to research the vaccine on the COVID, so large amount is required for that, to produce that one, and that vaccine is given to the public in a nominal price or free of cost. So for that a large amount is required, and that is used from that collected taxes. Giving aid to the people affected by natural disasters. If there is any natural disasters, then government declared some help, 2 lakh, 5 lakhs and something. Defense of the country. So it is essential to save our country from our enemies, for example Pakistan, China. So we have to develop our defense, yani army, navy and air. Now there are different types of taxes. 2 types of taxes are there. So let us see which are the types of taxes. So types of taxes, there are 2 types of taxes: direct tax, and second one is indirect tax. So what is this direct tax and indirect tax? Second one is indirect tax. So direct tax means the tax which is paid by a individual. Directly paid by the individual. For example, income tax means that taxpayer यानी individual person. Individual means any person that pays the tax. So paid by the individual directly. So these are called direct tax. For example, income tax, wealth tax, professional tax. These are the three taxes here. Which one? Income tax. इसमें कौन कौन सा आता है? Income tax, wealth, property, wealth tax. अगर अपना प्रॉपर्टी है तो उसका टैक्स पे करना पड़ेगा. प्रोफेशनल टैक्स, अगर प्रोफेशनल अपना कुछ है, प्रोफेशन मतलब प्रोफेशनल tax, that is advocate, doctors, teachers, all have to pay professional tax. And indirect tax, that tax is not directly paid by taxpayer और individual. तो ये टैक्स हम लोग नहीं भरते हैं. सपोज हम लोग कुछ खरीदते हैं, at that time we have to pay some GST, some other taxes. Now GST is there, but service taxes are there, so many taxes. These are central sales tax, value added tax, VAT. Now all, instead of all this, GST is there. So when we pay that GST, goods and service tax, then before that VAT is there, value added tax. So these different taxes, when we purchase anything, we pay the tax in that MRP, including tax, all amount is there. So we pay, and that person, shopkeeper, pay that tax to the government. So that is indirect tax. So other taxes are indirect tax, and these three taxes, income tax, wealth tax and professional tax, these are the direct taxes. Now in this 9th standard we are studying only about this income tax. So let us see this income tax. Now in our country, who pays the tax? Everyone is not paying the tax. The person whose income is greater than 2,50,000. Now this is the rule, but that also changes. Before that 2 lakh, 1 lakh, then it means this amount is fixed every year, in every financial year, in every budget. This amount यानी limit, this limit, basic limit is fixed कि कहाँ तक हम लोग को टैक्स नहीं लेना है, that amount. तो now in your book this is 2,50,000. So we are taking that one. So if the income of any individual is below this 2,50,000, then that person has no tax. That person do not have to pay any tax. उसको कोई भी टैक्स पे करना नहीं है. If your limit, your earning exceeds this one, ये लिमिट के बाहर अगर हम लोग कमाते हैं, then we have to pay the tax in India. So now we are using this Income Tax Act 1961, which is come into force on 1st April 1962, and from that income tax, according to that Income Tax Act, every financial year in a budget, that rates of that income tax are revised and fixed for the next financial year, and that are fixed for the year. There is no change. Now before studying that income tax, some terms are there related to income tax. So let us study that terms. So here remember, in India, if we earn any money, or amount, income, that is called income, and that income, there is some limit, up to certain limit there is no tax. But अगर हम लोग उस लिमिट के बाहर कमाते हैं, then we have to pay the tax. Simple rule है. यानी in our country up to 60 years, individual up to 60 years, अलग अलग रूल्स है. अब मोर देन 60 ईयर्स के लिए, सीनियर सिटीजन के लिए अलग रूल है. सो अप टू 60 ईयर क्या है रूल, कि अगर आप लोग 2,50,000 तक कमाते हैं, देन देयर इज नो टैक्स. अगर आप 2,50,000 के ऊपर आपका इनकम है, देन वी हैव टू पे द टैक्स. दैट इज द सिंपल थिंग. अगर इसके अंदर इनकम है तो टैक्स पे नहीं करना पड़ेगा, इसके ऊपर है तो आपको टैक्स पे करना ही है. So that is the simple thing. Now let us see some terms related to that income tax. So let us see the first term. The first term is an assessee. So what is assessee, or it is also known as taxpayer? Taxpayer is known as assessee. So every individual that pays tax, that is called assessee or taxpayer. In simple language, this is called taxpayer. So assessee and assessee means any person liable to pay income tax according to the income tax rule is termed as assessee. So is it clear, this first definition? A person which is liable to pay tax according to the income tax rule is called assessee. Second term is financial year. You know, I told about that financial year. Financial year. So financial year is the period of 1 year which is taxable, which the taxable income has earned is called the financial year. So financial year is the year in which we earn that income. That year is called financial year, कि जिसमें हम लोगों ने वो पैसा कमाया है. And in our India, that financial year is calculated from 1st of April to 31st of March. That period is a financial year. That period is considered as a financial year. अगर आप लोग कुछ बिजनेस है जो दिसंबर में स्टार्ट करते हैं तो आपको दिसंबर टू 31st मार्च यहां तक का कैलकुलेशन करके टैक्स पे करना है. आप अगर जून में, whenever we start in the year ends, financial year ends at 31st of March. So financial year means the year in which we earn that income, that is called financial year. And in our India, this year is considered as 1st of April of any year to 31st March. तो दैट इज कॉल्ड फाइनेंशियल ईयर. कैलकुलेशन के लिए ये ईयर हम लोग यूज करते हैं 1st अप्रैल टू 31st मार्च. सेकेंड, असेसमेंट ईयर. ये फाइनेंशियल ईयर एंड असेसमेंट ईयर, दीज आर डिफरेंट ईयर. असेसमेंट ईयर, द नेक्स्ट ईयर ऑफ फाइनेंशियल ईयर इज कंसिडर एज, सपोज फाइनेंशियल ईयर अभी हम लोग ये साल में इसको फाइनेंशियल ईयर कौन सा है अभी अपना? फाइनेंशियल ईयर ये अपना चल रहा है 2020 2021, ये फाइनेंशियल ईयर है. नेक्स्ट ईयर जब हम लोग टैक्स पे करेंगे, रिटर्न भरेंगे इनकम टैक्स, तो उसके लिए असेसमेंट ईयर रहेगा. असेसमेंट ईयर रहेगा 2021 टू 2022, दैट इज कॉल्ड असेसमेंट ईयर. यानी नेक्स्ट ईयर of the financial year, यानी the financial year immediately following the particular financial year. ये financial year इसको follow करने वाला कौन सा है? Next one 21-22, so that is called assessment year. So here next term is PAN number. So that PAN number is called permanent account number. PAN number is a permanent account number. That PAN number is a unique 10-digit number. In that 10-digit number, some alphanumeric number is there. Alphanumeric means some alphabets are there and some numerals are there. See the PAN card of your parents, you get that PAN number. For example, ADCBJ4920G, like this. So here the PAN number is like this: ADCBP2932A. So such type of number is there. 1 2 3 4 5 alphabets are there and each alphabet has a meaning. इसको meaning है कुछ income tax की language में. 4 numbers are there and then again one alphabet is there. So according to this, we have to pay the income tax return every year. So we get this PAN number जैसा आधार कार्ड है, UDIS number, UID number, student ID number. So same for this one, this is required. After 18, we have to take this PAN card number from IT department, income tax department gives us that PAN card number. Now how to calculate the income tax? Let us see calculation of income tax. So for income tax, फर्स्ट टर्म इज इनकम. अगर इनकम है तो ही इनकम टैक्स भरना है, नहीं तो कुछ नहीं भरना है. सो इनकम मीन्स फ्रॉम विच सोर्सेस वी गेट दैट इनकम. तो फर्स्ट सोर्स है फ्रॉम सैलरी. इफ यू आर सैलरीड पर्सन देन दैट सैलरी इज कंसिडर एज योर इनकम. तो सैलरी आपका इनकम हो गया. सेकेंड वन, इनकम फ्रॉम हाउस और प्रॉपर्टी. अगर आपका कुछ प्रॉपर्टी है, अगर आपका कुछ हाउस है और वो आपने रेंट पे दिया है, तो in the form of rent we get that income, so that is called income from the house or the property. Third one, income from business or profession. अगर कोई डॉक्टर है, एडवोकेट है, that is called profession. क्लासेस वाले हैं, that is the profession. So any business, शॉप है, कुछ है, and profession, that is the income. Then income from capital gain. So what is that capital gain? If we invest our money in share market, mutual funds, shares, then if we get a profit from that, then that profit is called a capital gain. So on that amount, profitable amount, जितना profit हमें हुआ है, suppose 1000 rupees में वहाँ पे invest किया and we get a return 1500, तो 500 मेरा profit हो गया. So on that 500, that profit amount, we have to pay the tax. That is called capital gain. एंड इनकम फ्रॉम अदर सोर्सेस. हॉर्स रेस है या कुछ सट्टा या रेस हम लोग खेलते हैं, उस पर अगर कुछ पैसा आता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड अदर सोर्सेस. सो देयर आर 5 मेन स्ट्रीम्स ऑफ अ इनकम. ये 5 स्ट्रीम्स हम लोग इनकम का यहाँ पे कंसिडर करते हैं. कौन सा? सैलरी इनकम. सेकेंड वन, इनकम फ्रॉम हाउस प्रॉपर्टी, इनकम फ्रॉम बिजनेस और प्रोफेशन, इनकम फ्रॉम कैपिटल गेन, and income from other sources. Now if the individual get income from any source, then suppose total income is there, from that total income some deductions are declared by the government under different acts, ATC, ATD, ATG, these are the name of the acts. So under section ATC and ATG, which acts are there? So let us see that different types of deductions. No tax is levied up to certain limit of a taxable income, and this is called exemption. So in our textbook the exemption is 2,50,000, means up to 2,50,000 there is no tax, means that is called standard deduction or exemption. Exemption from that income, यानी आप लोग को छूट दिया गया है कि इतना इनकम है, उस पर कोई टैक्स नहीं भरना है. आपका 10 लाख हो, 20 लाख हो, 1 करोड़ हो, वी हैव टू पे द टैक्स ऑन द रिमेनिंग अमाउंट. जो फिक्स एक अमाउंट है 2,50,000, उस पर किसी को टैक्स नहीं भरना है. सो दैट इज कॉल्ड एग्जेम्पशन. सेकेंड थिंग, फार्मर्स इनकम फ्रॉम एग्रीकल्चर प्रोड्यूस इज एग्जेम्प्ट फ्रॉम टैक्सेशन. सो फार्मर्स इनकम फ्रॉम एनी एग्रीकल्चर प्रोडक्ट, यानी खेती से आने वाला, देयर इज नो टैक्स. यानी किसान, फार्मर, they do not have to pay any tax. Next thing, under section 80G of IT Act, 80G, यानी farmers in our country, farmers have no tax. Second, under 80G Act है, इनकम टैक्स एक्ट, जो डोनेट करते हैं हम लोग, प्राइम मिनिस्टर फंड, चीफ मिनिस्टर रिलीफ फंड एंड डोनेशंस टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन of social services. So different types of donations. So prime minister relief fund or chief minister relief fund or a donation to any social institute, all are deductible under 80G. Now 80D is there, that 80D is mediclaim. So medical insurance is called mediclaim. We take a insurance for our illness, यानी फॉर हॉस्पिटलाइजेशन, दैट इज कॉल्ड मेडिक्लेम. अगर बीमार गिरते हैं तो आपको बहुत खर्चा आने वाला है हॉस्पिटल में, अभी पता है कि कितना खर्चा आता है हॉस्पिटल में, तो उसके लिए एक पॉलिसी है जिसका नाम है मेडिक्लेम. सो दैट इज द प्रीमियम पेड बाय द पर्सन इज डिडक्टिबल अंडर 80D एंड 80C. दिस इज फॉर ऑल इंडिविजुअल. 80C में क्या क्या आता है? PPF, देन GPF, गवर्नमेंट फंड पब्लिक प्रोविडेंट फंड, देन LIC मीन्स इंश्योरेंस, LIC नहीं इंश्योरेंस बोल सकते हैं हम लोग, सो इंश्योरेंस, देन हाउस लोन रीपेमेंट, देन FDs ऑफ अबो 5 years, 5 years के अपर अगर FD है तो, and so many things are there. We are reading that, we see that thing. So under 80C up to 1,50,000, इसका भी लिमिट है, कितना भी इन्वेस्ट करो ऐसा नहीं है, अप टू 1,50,000. ये जो है 80D, दिस इज अप टू 25,000 ओनली, इसमें भी 25,000, इसमें लिमिट नहीं है, इसमें 25,000 तक डिडक्शन मिलेगा, इसमें 1,50,000 तक डिडक्शन मिलेगा. 80C which incomes or which investments are eligible for, means which instruments or which investments are eligible for this 80C. Let us see one by one. On page number 101, one picture is given. In that picture all are the deduction under 80C. For example, general provident fund, यानी जो PF लोगों का कटता है वो, म्यूचुअल फंड मोर देन 3 years, म्यूचुअल फंड में पैसा है तो मोर देन 3 years. हाउसिंग लोन प्रिंसिपल यानी रीपेमेंट ऑफ द प्रिंसिपल, नॉट इंटरेस्ट. देन पब्लिक प्रोविडेंट फंड PPF, सुकन्या समृद्धि स्कीम, उसमें अगर हम लोग कुछ पैसा डालते हैं, नेशनल सेविंग स्कीम, NHC सर्टिफिकेट, लाइफ इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी एंड हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस, ऑल आर अंडर दिस वन. सो हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस इज एक्चुअली इन 80D and this limit of this one is only 1,50,000. Again one thing is there, the tuition fee of 2 children, ट्यूशन फी 2 बच्चों का ट्यूशन फी भी इसमें आप लोग ऐड कर सकते हो 80C में. सो दीज आर द डिडक्शंस फ्रॉम योर इनकम. अगर हम लोग को टैक्स, इनकम टैक्स रिटर्न भरना है तो इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट को हम लोग जो इंफॉर्मेशन देते हैं उसमें टोटल इनकम आएगा, टोटल इनकम में से इसमें से कुछ है वो माइनस हो जाएगा एंड बचे हुए पे हम लोग को अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट टेबल वी हैव टू पे द टैक्स. सो लेट अस सी द रूल्स ऑफ इनकम टैक्स. इन योर टेक्स्ट बुक some rules are given. Actually these rules are changed now because every year that rules act, different rates are revised every year. हर फरवरी में ये रिवाइज होते हैं, but we are considering the rates given in your textbook only. Table number 1 and table number 2, table number 3 is omitted from your syllabus. तो table number 1 और table number 2 में क्या है वो हम लोग अभी देखते हैं. So let us see this table 1 for individual up to 60 years. In that table here there is a taxable income, यानी slabs, taxable income यानी income after all deduction, that is called taxable income. जो डिडक्शन आपको दिया है उसके बाद जो आता है that is called taxable income. यहाँ पे इनकम टैक्स कितना आएगा वो दिया है सेकेंड कॉलम में, यानी रेट हाउ मेनी परसेंट. एजुकेशन सेस, education cess, so education cess, and here secondary and higher secondary cess, education and secondary higher secondary cess. So here let us see the income slab. If this first one is up to 2,50,000, अगर आपका इनकम 2,50,000 तक है then there is no tax, nil. This is also nil, this is also nil. Means if your income is up to 2,50,000 यानी 2,50,000 से 1 रुपया भी अगर कम है then no need to pay tax. 2,50,000 परफेक्ट है then no need to pay tax, all nil. Now your income is between 2,51,000, 1 रुपया भी बढ़ गया इसमें, to 5 lakh. 2,51,000 to 5 lakh, then we have to pay the tax at the rate of 5% on the amount. On which amount? Above this 2,50,000, यानी जो बचा हुआ 5 लाख में से जो 2,50,000 है उसी पे आपको टैक्स पे करना है. एंड 2% ऑन इनकम टैक्स. जो इनकम टैक्स कैलकुलेट आप लोग करोगे उस पे 2% आपको एजुकेशन सेस भरना है and 1% this secondary and higher secondary cess again on income tax. जो income tax आएगा not on the total amount, ये कैलकुलेशन जो आएगा इनकम टैक्स दैट इज 12,500, तो उस पे ये 2%, उस पे ये 1%. इफ योर इनकम इज फ्रॉम 5 लाख 1 to 10 लाख, इसके बीच में अगर इनकम है, इफ योर इनकम इज बिटवीन 5 लाख 1 यानी 5 लाख से ज्यादा 10 लाख से कम, सो 5 लाख 1 to 10 lakh we have to pay this 12,500 fixed amount up to this 5 lakh plus 20% on above amount यानी रिमेनिंग अमाउंट. ये 5 लाख के ऊपर जो अमाउंट रहेगा उस पर 20%, देन सेम 2% एजुकेशन सेस एंड 1% higher secondary cess on income tax. This cess are calculated on the income tax amount. ये income tax का जो calculation आएगा उसके ऊपर ये 1%. And if your income is more than 10 lakh, more than 10 lakh, more than 10 lakh, then this tax up to 10 lakh fixed amount is there 1,12,500. 1,12,500 ये 10 लाख तक का टैक्स हो गया प्लस 30% of the remaining amount. 30% of remaining amount, this 2% cess and this 1% cess is fixed. And next one, if your income is above 50 lakh to 1 crore, the charge equal to 10% on the income tax. And if the income is 1 crore rupees and above 15% income tax, more than 1 crore. So here again 2 types of taxes are there for higher income. If your income is between 50 lakh to 1 CR, इसके बीच में रहेगा तो 10% एक्स्ट्रा आपको क्या भरना है, सरचार्ज, दैट इज ऑन हाइयर इनकम. एंड इफ इट इज बिट मोर देन 1 करोड़, उसके ऊपर रहेगा देन 15% सरचार्ज. सो दीज आर द रूल्स for income tax in your India. Now if the individual is more than 60 years, above 60 years है यानी 60 to 80, इसमें टेबल 2 हम लोग इसको ही कन्वर्ट करते हैं. देखो अभी 60 to 80 years, अगर इंडिविजुअल विच इज 60 to 80 years तो उसके लिए क्या इसमें फर्क पड़ता है. देखो यही इसमें हम लोग करेंगे तो आपको ज़्यादा समझ में आएगा. अप टू 2,50,000 की जगह पे क्या हो जाएगा, उसको 3 लाख तक कोई टैक्स नहीं है. 1 2 3 4 5. सो फॉर सीनियर सिटीजन अगर 60 साल के ऊपर हो गया वो, देन उसको क्या है 3 लाख तक नील टैक्स. देन हियर 3 लाख 1, यही खाली चेंज है इसमें, 3 लाख 1 to 5 lakh 5%, then 2% and this 1%. So here 5 lakh to 1 lakh, here this tax changes, this amount is 10,000. यानी if the individual which is 60 to 80 years old, उसका इनकम अगर 5 लाख 1 to 10 लाख है तो उसको ये 5 लाख तक का 10,000 हो गया उसका, प्लस 20% ऑन द रिमेनिंग अमाउंट, 2% एजुकेशन सेस, 1% secondary and higher secondary cess on the income tax only. If the income is more than 10 lakh, अगर उसका इनकम 10 लाख के ऊपर है and age is above 60 to 80 उसका एज है, तो उसको क्या पे करना है, 1,10,000 इंस्टेड ऑफ दिस 1,12,000. इसमें फर्क आता है 1,10,000 अप टू 10 लाख प्लस रिमेनिंग अमाउंट पे 30%, और ये 2% 1% है. एंड दिस इज सेम इनकम. अगर 50 लाख टू 1 करोड़ इनकम है, 10% मोर सरचार्ज, एंड 1 करोड़ के ऊपर है देन 15% मोर सरचार्ज ऑन द इनकम टैक्स. जो इनकम टैक्स अमाउंट आएगा उस पे ये जो सरचार्ज बोलते हैं इसको, ये इंडिविजुअल को 3% भरना है. 3% ये तो हर एक को भरना है, जिसको टैक्स पे करना है उसको 3%. ये अभी 4% है चालू, दिस ईयर इट इज 4%. नाउ हियर इट इज इन योर बुक दिस इज 3%. अगर आपका इनकम 50 लाख के ऊपर जाता है तो आपको ये 3% प्लस दिस 10% एक्स्ट्रा भरना है. अगर आपका इनकम ईयरली 1 करोड़ के ऊपर जाता है ये 3% प्लस दिस 15% एक्स्ट्रा भरना है आप लोग को, तो इतना टैक्स हमें पे करना पड़ता है. सो नाउ लेट अस सी practice set 6.2 in which only 2 examples are there. Here we have to calculate. Question number 1 from practice set 6.2. Here observe the given table. One table is given here, and from that table we have to decide whether that person have to pay tax or not. So how to decide? Depending on the age and using that table 1. So here the first individual is Miss Nikita. First one is given Miss Nikita. Age is given 27 years, means from table number 1, and the taxable income, yet income after all deduction is 2,34,000. So this income is below 2,50,000, there is no tax or no tax. Only we can write yes or no. So no need to pay any tax because income is below 2,50,000. Second individual is Mr. Kulkarni. Mr. Kulkarni, that is the second individual, and age is 36 year, means it is from first table. 3,27,000 is income. This income is above 2,50,000, then as he has to pay a tax. So as here. Then third one is Miss Mehta. Third individual is Miss Mehta. Here age is 44 years and her income is 5,82,000. Then yes or no? Yes, because income is above 2,50,000, then she has to pay tax. S. Fourth one, Mr. Bajaj. The age is 64 years. It is above this 60 year, but income is 8,40,000. 8,40,000. This income is above 3 lakh because for this individual, यानी above 60 year, the age income limit is 3 lakh. Up to 3 lakh no tax. 3 lakh तक कोई टैक्स नहीं है. But his income is, Mr. Bajaj का income कितना है? 8,40,000. It is more than 3 lakhs. Therefore, he has to pay a tax. So in this way, in first example only we have to write whether the individual has to pay tax or not to pay tax. So yes, no, that we have to mention here. So here this question number 1 is completed. Now let us see question number 2 from practice set 6.2. Read that sum carefully and then calculate the income tax. Mr. Kartar Singh, age 48 years. For 48 year we have to use that table number 1. Works in a private company, means salary income is there. His monthly income after deduction of all allowances, that is 42,000. That is monthly income, not a yearly. Every month he contributes 3,000 in GPF, General Provident Fund, यानी PF में 3,000 per month. So we have to calculate yearly investment. He has also bought rupees 15,000 worth of National Savings Certificate NSC and donated rupees 12,000 to Prime Minister's Relief Fund. Then compute his income tax. So first calculate his income. So name of that individual is Mr. Kartar Singh. Age 48 years. So first calculate the monthly income is given here. First one, monthly income is 42,000. Monthly income is 42,000 rupees. Then calculate the yearly income. So yearly income is equal to 42,000 multiplied by 12. तो उसका ईयरली इनकम हमें पहले कैलकुलेट करना है. 1 2 3 zeros. 12 2 ज़ा 24, कैरी 2, 12 4 ज़ा 48, 48 plus 2 50. यानी 5,04,000 is yearly income. Now from this yearly income we have to calculate the deductions. So here first this one, second point this one, third point deductions. So under ATG, ATG means प्राइम मिनिस्टर रिलीफ फंड, उसमें कितना दिया है 12,000. सो रुपीज 12,000 इज गिवन टू दिस प्राइम मिनिस्टर रिलीफ फंड, यानी अंडर ATG, सेक्शन ATG. सेकेंड वन रिडक्शन अंडर ATC, अंडर इनकम टैक्स एक्ट ATC. ATC में क्या क्या आएगा देखो, फर्स्ट वन है GPF. GPF में कितना अमाउंट है 3,000 पर मंथ है, मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 12, so this becomes 36,000. and second one is national saving certificates NSC, this is 15,000. so total deduction टोटल डिडक्शंस कितना हो गया देखो, ये 12,000 प्लस दिस 12 3 जा 36,000 एंड दिस 15,000. तो ये उसका टोटल डिडक्शन हो गया 0 0 0 6 प्लस 2 8 प्लस 5 13 3 प्लस 3 6 63,000 दैट इज टोटल डिडक्शन. सो 63,000 दैट इज द टोटल डिडक्शन. तो आफ्टर डिडक्शन रिमेनिंग अमाउंट इज कॉल्ड टैक्सेबल इनकम. देयरफॉर टैक्सेबल इनकम जिस पे टैक्स कैलकुलेट करते हैं दैट इज कॉल्ड टैक्सेबल इनकम, यानी आफ्टर ऑल डिडक्शन द रिमेनिंग अमाउंट इज कॉल्ड टैक्सेबल इनकम. टैक्सेबल इनकम क्या, टोटल इनकम कितना था 5,04,000 माइनस दिस डिडक्शन 63,000, ये डिडक्शन है. तो 5,04,000 में से 63,000 माइनस करो, टैक्सेबल इनकम 4,41,000. दिस इज द टैक्सेबल इनकम. सो आउट ऑफ दिस टैक्सेबल इनकम, इस पे टोटल हम लोग टैक्स कैलकुलेट करने वाले हैं क्या, नहीं. इसमें जो स्टैंडर्ड डिडक्शन है एग्जेम्पशन, सो एग्जेम्पशन इज 4,51,000 में से एग्जेम्पशन कितना देना है उसको 2,50,000. सो एग्जेम्पशन is equal to 2,50,000. therefore remaining amount, remaining income or remaining amount is equal to 4,41,000 minus 2,50,000. ये माइनस कर दो 0 0 0 1, 14 में से 5 गया 9, 4 में से 1,91,000. तो दिस इज टैक्सेबल इनकम. सो दिस 1,91,000 इज द इनकम ऑन विच टैक्स इज कैलकुलेटेड. देयरफॉर इनकम टैक्स, नाउ दैट इंडिविजुअल इज फ्रॉम 0 to 60 ईयर, टेबल नंबर 1. इफ द इनकम इज फ्रॉम 2,51,000 to 5 लाख, यानी ये 4,41,000, ये टैक्सेबल इनकम देखते हैं. दिस इनकम इज इन विच स्लैब, सेकंड स्लैब 2,51,000 to 5 लाख, इसके बीच में उस पे क्या टैक्स है 5%. सो 5% इनकम टैक्स कैसे कैलकुलेट करेंगे, 5% ऑफ दिस अमाउंट 1,91,000. तो इसको कैसा करना है 5 डिवाइडेड बाय 100, 5% ऑफ मतलब मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 1,91,000. 1 0 2 0, ये 2 0 कैंसल. सो दिस 5 into 1,90,10, तो 5 0 जा 0, दिस 5 1 जा 5, 5 9 जा 45 and 5 1 जा 5 plus 4 9, so 9,550. this is the income tax. Now that is not a final amount. On that income tax, if you observe that table, 2% education cess is there, so we have to calculate this one again. Education cess, this is 2% of income tax, यानी ये 9,550, 2% of this one यानी 2 डिवाइडेड बाय 100 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 9550, तो ये जीरो गया, 2 1 जा 2 5 जा, तो 5 से वापस डिवाइड करते हैं, 5 1 जा 5, 5 9 जा and 5 1 जा, so 191 rupees is the education cess. And next one is our secondary and higher secondary cess. This is 1% of income tax, यानी 9550, तो 1 डिवाइडेड बाय 100 मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 9550, यानी 9550 डिवाइडेड बाय 100 यानी 95 रुपीज 50 पैसे. So this is the income tax, then education cess, and this secondary and higher secondary cess. So tax payable is equal to this 9550, this tax, plus this 191, that is the education cess, and 95.50, that is the secondary and higher secondary cess. Then add all these numbers, so we get addition of this one is this 50, यहाँ पे लिखता हूँ मैं अभी, ये 50 रुपीज़, ये 5 + 1 6 रुपीज़, ये 9 + 9 18 + 5 23, 2 + 1 3 + 5 8, and here this 9, so 9000 rupees, 9836.50, that means 37, ये इसको पूरा करना है 37, so 9837 is the tax payable for Kartar Singh. So in this way we can calculate the income tax in this financial planning or in 6th chapter. The remaining sums are deleted from your syllabus, only 2 sums are there. So here this financial planning chapter is completed. If you have any doubt in financial planning, in saving, investment, yani practice set 6.1 or 6.2, you can write in a comment box. I will definitely clear your doubt. And if you like the video, please press the like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel so you will get the upcoming videos, and share this video to your friends. Thank you.